Hello and welcome. On this hot summer day, I'm gonna take you on a tour of the 2020 Dodge Challenger Scat Pack 50th anniversary. I'm gonna show you some of its coolest features, tell you a bit about its history, and give you my driving impressions. Moreover, since this car was imported from Canada, I'm gonna have a chat with the owner about all the steps needed in order to homologate this car in Monaco. Let's go. Before having a look at this very car, a little bit of history about the Challenger name. First appearing in 1959, it was used as a special edition model of an already existing Dodge, the Coronet. What the Dodge Coronet Silver Challenger, as its entire name was, offered were few extra features for no extra cost, as part of a Dodge sales strategy. In fact, the trim included upgraded interiors, electric windshield wipers, and white wall tires. The car, however, did not benefit from a wide variety of customization options, and it only came in silver, hence the name. After 11 years, the Challenger name came back as its own model, and it offered 9 different engine options, 9, from a 3.2 inline 6 cylinders all the way to a 7.2 V8. And of course, also the beloved 426, which was a Hemi, and it produced even more horsepower, although it was a 7-liter than the 7.2 liters. The second generation Challenger, however, was not as glorious. Because in the 70s the US were badly hit by the oil crisis, the 1978 model basically was a rebadged Mitsubishi Galant. And it really was a disaster. The most powerful engine was a 2.6 liters inline 4 cylinders, producing 105 hopeless horses. Fun fact, that engine actually was a Hemi. That was not enough though, because the car really was a sales disaster and it soon got discontinued, meaning that the Challenger name was unused until the 21st century. That's because in 2006, Chrysler unveiled the new Dodge Challenger concept, and it got consumers literally writing them letters begging them to make the car. 2 years later, it arrived. Muscular and orange, this is what the new Challenger looked like. And during its first year of production, it only came with a 6.1 liter Hemi V8. In 2015, the Challenger went through a restyling, one of the main features being the absence of the light bar. Now, funny enough, the light bar present on the pre-restyling version of this car actually resembles the one on the 70s Challenger, actually the 1970 Dodge Challenger. Now, this look instead looks a lot like the one on the 71, so I think that's a very interesting sort of comeback on the different designs of the car. Now, talking about the design in general, I think this is a very good looking car. It's very muscular, quite aggressive, and definitely in line with the design of the original Challenger. Since its restyling in 2015, Dodge offered the Challenger in around 10 different trims, and this one, the Scat Pack, is the one that many enthusiasts really opt for. Here's why. Now, what is a Scat Pack? Well, according to an automotive forum, and getting this kind of information on the internet is not that easy, the term Scat Pack was derived from the word scat, such as get lost, scat, and was a play on Frank Sinatra's Rat Pack. The term first started as an advertisement strategy to encompass several powerful Dodges of the 60s, the Coronet RT, the Charger RT, and the Dart GTS. The logo was a variation of the Dodge Super Bee, released shortly after the aforementioned models, and the group was mentioned as the Hive. Later, for a Dodge model to wear the term Scat Pack, it had to be able to run the quarter mile in 14 seconds or less. And with a time of 11.7 seconds, this one can proudly claim the name Scat Pack. Now, what's cool about the Scat Pack is that it comes with a 6.4 liters V8. 6.4. And not only is it the biggest engine that you can get on a Challenger today, actually when I'm talking about the biggest engine, I don't mean a naturally aspirated biggest engine, but the very biggest one. Because even if you were to opt for the Demon or the Hellcat, which produce way more horsepower, you will get a 6.2 liter supercharged one. This is naturally aspirated and it's 6.4. Moreover, what's cool about this one is that not only do you get the biggest engine on a Challenger, but you get the biggest engine on a muscle car and on a car for less than 100,000 euros. Of course, I'm talking about a gasoline engine, a petrol engine. And I think that's a very cool record. Now, you might wonder why there's a hole in the hood. Well, thing is that this car is equipped with a shaker hood. Why is it called like that? Well, as you can see here, we have the cool air intake, which is where this Challenger is standing on. And the cool fact is that when you shut the hood, didn't shut it properly, as per usual. Oh, how do you close this? Do you press here? Yeah? It's okay. When you close the hood, the air intake pops out, And since it is attached to the engine, when you rev it, you can see the air intake shake within the hood, hence the name shaker. We'll get to the interiors in just a second, but before that, here's what the key fob looks like. And unlike the Challenger Hellcat and Demon, the Scat Pack only comes with a set of 2 black keys. See, the other 2 models produce so much horsepower, respectively 707 and 840 horsepower, that Dodge gives you a red key, which unleashes the totality of the power, and a black one, which limits the car to a mere 500 horsepower. With only 485, we don't have that problem here. So I'm now sitting inside the Challenger, and as you can see, there's been a major upgrade. Oh, there's a B actually. Super B, fuck. Ah, okay, it left. Now sitting inside the Challenger, and as you can see, there's definitely been an upgrade since the pre-restyling version of the Challenger. It looks quite modern. There's a typical Chrysler Fiat infotainment system, which actually is not a bad one. It works quite well. The dashboard here, the center console is pretty clean. We have the essential buttons, and then there's a bunch of features that come with the 50th anniversary edition, such as the saying 50 here on the floor mats, the stitching on the seats, and of course the seats themselves, I think they're quite comfortable. They are pretty couchy in a way, as most American cars have them, but at the same time I think they hold you in place quite well. But maybe we should talk about it more while we're on a drive. But first, a quick overview of the infotainment system. You might have noticed that the central console does not have any button for the climate control, which is instead governed by this menu on the screen. Something else you can find here are the performance pages, which, as you may deduce from the name, provide you with information about the engine, G-forces, and other measurements for the car. You can see the screen change when I rev the engine. The last menu I will show you is called SRT mode. Here you can select the driving modes, automatic, sport, or track, and it will set the engine, gearbox, and suspensions accordingly. Moreover, you have a line lock option, which by locking the front wheels allows you to spin your rear tires and warm them up before a drag race, and of course, launch control, which you can set at the RPM of your preference. The color of this Scat Pack is this lovely orange, which is actually called Go Mango, and the fun fact is that this color was also available on the very first generation Challenger. Something else interesting about the Scat Pack is that you can also have it with a wide body kit. It basically adds a few inches of width to the car, and the owner of this one expressly didn't want it, which is quite understandable if you live in Monaco. So, as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, this car was imported from Canada, and many steps are necessary to homologate this in Monaco. Archie, do you want to come in and talk us about it?
Why not?
This is Archie, the owner of the Challenger. So Archie, tell me, what do you need to do to get this in Monaco? But first of all, only 70 of these were made in Canada, right?
Only 70, and there are some people passing, but don't mind.
It's okay.
So, only 70. Let's talk about this a little closer in detail.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, there were 70 cars of each color and each trim made
Okay.
for this 50th anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
So for the...
When you mention each trim...
Yeah, it's 4 engines and trims, like 5.7, RT, the Scat Pack, the GT, which is V6,
Okay.
and the Scat Pack wide body also.
Mm-hmm.
So this makes 4.
Okay.
Also, there are 7 colors,
Mm-hmm.
and so 70 multiplied by 7 colors multiplied by 4 trims gives us 1960 overall cars.
Okay.
But this is for the whole world, and for the Canada, in Canada only this color and this trim was available. So
Okay.
only 70 cars for the whole Canada, and this exact car was available only in Canada and nowhere else.
Okay. Because those 1960 that you mentioned, they include also the Canada ones?
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes.
Okay, so well, we can say that it's a pretty rare one. And also to have
One of
this in
70,
Europe.
the 56 of 70 actually,
56, why?
because
the
it says
56.
over
oh,
there
this one. Oh, okay, okay. This is the
on the
badge.
badge to the right,
Yeah.
where the passenger can see it.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's nice for the girls.
56. You can
Is
show
it
off.
really one of 70? Yeah, of course. See there.
I understand. And so, what's up with the Canada? What is happening in Canada that is not good here in Europe?
Because it's made for Canada.
Mm-hmm.
Because they have different rules there. For example, before they even didn't allow the amber lights.
Really?
Yeah, which are, how do you call it here? Like running lights.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
running lights. Yeah.
They should be white in Europe.
Europe.
But since not long ago, amber are okay.
Okay.
But also we got brake lights, which are in USA and Canada. They can be the same light bulb used for brake and for the running light,
Okay.
and for the turn light too.
Yeah.
So they just used
The same one.
the same bulb, which was going not bright for running, bright for braking,
Yeah.
and bright flickering
Yeah.
for the turn.
signal. And it's red.
Yeah, and of course it's red. So the problem is people get confused in Europe,
Yeah.
and so this is illegal here because nobody is used to this. So I will have to change the taillights. As a whole, thankfully there are custom-made taillights available on the market, which are okay for the European market.
Okay.
Also the mirrors, especially the driver's side mirror, because in US and Canada, not both mirrors are,
Magnified.
yeah, like, you know, the small phrase there, like objects are closer than they appear.
Yeah.
They do it only on the right mirror because left mirror is basically the same mirror you have at home. So
Well, in
for
Europe, both
an
of them
European
are
driver,
magnified.
it's very unpractical because people aren't used to it, as I said,
Okay.
and they just can't see anything there. It's pretty easy to get used, actually. I tried, and I had an American car in Moscow
Okay.
with the same mirror, and it was okay for me. But it's illegal here,
Okay.
so I'll have to change the mirror. Exhaust. Europe, especially France, because we need to homologate the car for France, not for Europe. Even if we buy a Challenger, which was okay for Germany,
Yeah.
you still have to homologate it here in France.
And when you say France, it's the same rules for France and Monaco?
Yeah,
Okay.
Monaco uses absolutely the same French rules
Okay.
because the car wasn't ever officially sold here.
Oh, of
So
course.
any car which is imported needs to be homologated. So where was I?
With the exhaust.
With exhaust, yeah. Here the rules are very, very strict, and they're kind of freaking me out because, you know, Ferraris, Lambos, Porsches, and especially sport bikes and Harleys can make a hell of a noise,
Yeah.
and it's legal because they're officially sold. I don't know how Ferrari and Lamborghini got this, but they're officially sold, and it's okay with officials. But my Dodge, which is a lot less noisier. Of course it's noisy, it's 6.4, come on. But it's a lot more quieter, yeah, than those cars. It's illegal. And I have to modify the whole exhaust system. Crazy.
Yeah. I mean, that's
Basically that's it. Maybe I'll have to change the tires. Actually, I need to check it, because if there is a... Oh, no, okay. It has a little E in the circle, so it's okay for Europe.
for Europe. Okay.
Because actually I'm happy that it's not the basic tires.
Okay.
It's an optional tire for this car.
It's a performance tire.
Yeah, Pirelli Performance. So basic tires are not okay for Europe, I know this.
What do you
They-
mean basic tires? Oh, you mean that the basic tires that come on this car is
Yeah.
not okay, but the performance one are?
Yeah,
Because
because
these
the
ones are
basic tires...
Pirelli. Which ones? P0?
P0 Nero. Because the basic tires just don't have this fucking E.
Okay.
That's all. They're absolutely the same tires that are sold here. But here they have this small
everything.
letter, and
They work. They
Yeah.
work fine. And this one you will have.
by the way, another funny fact. It says all season on these tires.
Yeah.
But you know why?
Why?
Because in US, in some states, you have...
You like it?
Yeah.
I love that colour. So cool.
Yeah.
It's just beautiful.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thanks. Thanks.
I love that
I'm just
colour.
trying to work out why I'm 57 and I'm and I'm old here.
31.
31?
31.
Yeah?
Can I buy that off you?
Sorry?
I want to buy that.
No, it's not for sale. Not for sale ever.
No.
It's a collector's item. It's
Yeah.
for the 50th anniversary.
Everybody
yeah.
loves that car. Keep that car for all your life.
Yeah.
Never.
That's what I'm
never,
planning to do.
ever Sell that
That's
car.
what I'm planning to do.
Never
Yeah.
sell that car.
So sorry for the little interruption. I think we were talking about the tires.
Yeah, about the fun fact about the tires that
Yeah.
they're all season. And why so? Because all season is nowhere near a performance tire.
Yeah, right.
So they're all season just by the name. They have a badge for all season just to be legal in some US states.
Because of the weather there, it's...
Yeah, because it's hot states, but still they have a law that you cannot drive summer tires in winter. Only winter or all season.
Okay.
That's why.
And so they put the all-season badge so that you can...
Just on the
wear them.
performance tire they have an all season badge so you can use them.
Okay.
That's it.
And so homologation-wise, I think there are 2 steps for this car to be tested.
Yeah, 2 stages. Driving stage at the special racetrack somewhere near Montpellier, I think.
Okay.
And another one near Aix-en-Provence.
For this region, of course.
Yeah. Mostly for the half of France.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
There are 2 or 3 spots overall for the France for this
Oh,
thing.
really?
Yeah, and that's why it takes so long, because there's huge queue and they don't want to work. So the second stage is just usual control technique to see if all the lamps work and everything. That's it.
Okay, I see. And so long you've had the cars for about 10 months, more or less?
Kinda.
And you're satisfied with
Yep.
it? Love it?
Perfect.
No problems?
No problems.
Nice, that's very nice. So yeah, anything else to mention?
I don't think so.
I think that's it?
Let's just drive.
Just drive. Perfect. Let's go test the Challenger. So driving a Dodge Challenger, Scat Pack 50th anniversary, V8 6.4 liters, quite an experience. This car has the 8 gears gearbox, right? With the MDS, which stands for
multi-displacement system,
Exactly.
which shuts off 4 cylinders out of 8
Exactly.
for better fuel economy.
Yeah. Right away, you can feel that the accelerator pedal on this car is extremely sensitive. And when I say extremely, like you put your foot on it, you don't even press, and it feels it. It's extremely sensitive. The seats feel quite comfortable. They hold you in quite well. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, that's better.
Perfect. So we have another point of view. Speed bumps, we have to take them slowly also because of the big splitter we have in front.
And you can see how narrow are the roads here.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's even not the worst one.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't drive around Monaco too much because it's 2 square kilometers.
And with a car like this, what's the point?
You know, with any car actually, I don't see the point.
But it really feels like the car wants to go.
Of course.
I mean, after all, when you have a V8 with 495 horses, the steering wheel feels quite tight, quite light. But then again,
Even though it's in sport mode with this auto driving mode, it puts the steering to sport.
I see. You can hear the V8 rumble. You can hear the V8 rumble. What a
Yeah.
noise.
How hardly did you press the pedal?
Oh.
Like 30%?
Yeah.
20?
25%.
Yeah.
What a rumble. I can't imagine if you floor it. Oh, it must be something...
It's
Wow.
crazy. But if you floor it right here at this speed, it will just turn the tires.
Oh yeah, of course, it's gonna slip. This car easily starts slipping, but I mean, what do you expect? Of course it does. It's very smooth also in the way it...
Because it's a normal automatic gearbox. It's
Yeah.
not a robot or a DSG or something like that. It's a normal hydromatic gearbox,
Yeah,
which makes it smooth.
it does. It really does. The way it delivers power
By the way,
is very
it
smooth.
didn't go as smooth for the first time I drove it.
Really?
Yeah, because it's self-learning.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's smart.
And at the first like 200 miles maybe, it was sometimes stuttering, shifting roughly from third to second, maybe, because also it's not made for these roads.
Yeah.
For all those uphills and downhills and tight turns.
By the way, in front of us, the Ferrari of Charles Leclerc. I don't know if it's gonna be able to see it in the video, maybe. Oh yeah, it's definitely some other type of streets. But I had no idea that this is actually self-learning.
I mean, the gearbox at first doesn't know how to do the engine braking at all those downhills, and it starts stuttering. But as you drive it, it gets smarter and smarter. Oh, by the way, this is the place when I accidentally did a burnout once.
You just were trying to gain some speed and it started
No,
slipping.
just this exact place. You see the
crosswalk?
The crossing, yeah. And there was some guy crossing the street, so
Yeah.
I let him do it.
Yeah.
And thus all the cars in front went away.
Yeah.
And I just pushed it a little harder.
Uh-huh.
And I immediately got a burnout. Right here in the center of
spot.
Monaco.
But if you put the car in sport mode, does it get a little bit louder? Not
Maybe
that
I'm not sure.
Oh yes.
Just don't overdo it because
No,
there's
the
a couple
police
over
there, of course. But you can feel it. You can hear that it's a bit louder.
There is some sort of a valve in the exhaust, I think so. And this one just opens the valve when you, let the people walk.
Yeah.
Just when you floor it,
Oh.
it opens automatically.
Okay. So now we are going by Place du Casino, which is of course.
Yeah, with all those shitty cars,
Yeah, definitely.
which are nowhere close to this one.
Of course, I mean for you.
And this guy wants to hit us, I think.
It is a car that attracts attention. We have been receiving compliments all the way throughout the shooting of the video, and as you can see, people do look at it.
Yeah, and people
get
do pictures.
Yeah.
And actually, it's the only situation
Yeah.
when two guys are inside this very car.
Well, normally it's always
yeah.
a girl
Yeah, it's
sitting in the
actually,
passenger seat.
it's always my wife,
Yeah.
and it should stay like that.
You really want to get that precise. I really wish we could let all of these people hear the sound, but unfortunately there is police always, so we can't really be loud around here.
Actually, I did it.
You did it?
Yeah, just put it in neutral and pressed it, but it doesn't go all the way.
Bit, yes. There's police right there. I don't want to exaggerate.
I did it just in front of the police and it was okay, but don't do it again. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
I would picture them again. Yeah, that's it, and it doesn't want to go further.
Oh, yeah, there's
Neutral.
a so-called
Neutral, there
soft
is a
limiter.
limiter,
Yeah.
Congratulations, you've broken all the laws of Monaco.
All is a big word. No, but and that was not even near 50%.
That's why they have speed bumps here.
Yeah, exactly. Overall, I think that the Challenger is a very fun and interesting car. It makes me sad, however, to think that cars like this, with a big, noisy V8, will soon be just a memory of the past. Thank you for watching.